What's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of Monday Night Smoke.
Come on, we're here, fam.
Bro,
what's
we're
good,
here.
though?
What do you mean, what's good? Hey, listen. Before we go any further with this show, yeah?
Come on.
We're not skipping this beat for 1 second. Congratulations.
Come on.
The performance on Saturday night. The way you handled Tony Yoko, bro. I was like, nah,
bro.
My brother is represented in big front, you know.
Who would I be to not get that knockout the way I got that knockout, fam?
Very important, bro.
I'm playing, man. I'm playing. Why do you feel that, like, the way you hit me up and said that I performed well, yeah? I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was so baffled.
Give you your flowers, bro.
No, but those flowers don't belong to me. I know you think, like, I'm not him.
You are, bro. You're really him. I said, nah. I said, watch my brother in there. Watch my brother in there. Taking it to
Why weren't you there, though? That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, nah. Because obviously, them men were talking about, like, oh, look, man, I couldn't get my wife, basically, is why I couldn't come. But I was watching the fight, bro. I was watching the pre. I said, nah, my brother's ready, fam. Do you know what I mean? They was all talking out like Tony Yoko was going to redeem himself. I said, not over my brother, you know.
Wait a minute. So, you know what we got to do, though? It's time, innit? I got to call my... Go on, do your thing.
First of all. All right, shout out man like Mulla, Maestro A, October Red, White Toad A, man like Raj, Boxing P for P Jack, Jermaine Williams, Games You Love, Vibes FC, we've got Star Fox here, Jermaine Williams at the top, bro. Vibes, a lot of you man get busy at the top, man like Ahedja Selassie, flip me, boy. They was there before the show started, boy. Man like Jazz, JD05, Thomas J. Ridley, Fight Fan TV, Mark E, Robert Broney, Phil Larkin, Ashley Williams, Daniel J. Boateng, North Bank Bren, my guy. Man like Declan. Who else we got here today? Dan T, Glenn McClen, Patrick Johnson, Bruce Kai, LV Ben, Jay Lanks, Jack Scam, H Big, Tom Rathbone, Ian Paul, Johnny Gaffer, Hot Pies, Ken Griffin, Al Kuya, Eddie Rose, Adam Q. We're here.
You know what I'm gonna do? I ain't gonna waste no time. I'm calling my guy, fam.
The list is getting longer.
I'm calling him, fam. I'm calling him. I've had enough. Answer the phone. And the new.
What's that? And the new. Big Aziz,
I'm watching your live and I'm thinking, how am I gonna get on this thing? Like, what's KG playing at?
I'm gonna send you the thing. Do you wanna come in?
It's up to you.
I'm sending you the thing.
Yeah,
of course I am.
Yeah, get that over to him, fam.
I'm sending that to him now. And then you, bro. Nah. They need to, bro. Dan Aziz ain't playing, you know. And he set this thing up. He told us this is how he's gonna do it. That's the best part of it.
He's doing things so differently.
He's doing it correctly. The knockout, bro. Imagine being knocked out but standing, like, being there though, like, and he doesn't know where his body is, bro. And wait. Ooh, nah. Send the link. Link has been sent. That is he. Hit the link, fam.
Hit the link, Dan. Come on, bro.
Your flowers, fam. Are you crazy? This is. I'm so proud. I'm proud of him, fam.
I was happy still. That felt like, you know, it felt like, you know, you got a cousin that's doing something.
Yeah. And it's about to get mad because I'm hearing things. I'm hearing things in the pipeline. I'm hearing people to fight and stuff. The link is with you, bro. Oh, I want to again before we get into us being I'm talking to myself. Before I get messy, you know, I have to rate.
Is this what you do? The pregame before the mess?
Yeah. Before I get messy, I'm gonna just say, look, because these lot are already trying to talk about this thing. We have to. They're already talking about. Where is it? They're talking about Dan Aziz versus. You know who I'm talking about. But I don't want to focus on that yet.
All right, cool.
I don't want to focus on that yet.
We're gonna get there because
I want to focus on the job. That's what I'm saying. Because people
are gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
We're gonna, of course, in the middle of the ring, bang out. But bro,
I got a text from someone who I ain't spoken to in years to tell me, you man, I got to reshuffle the light heavy order. I said, bro.
We got to
You know, you just reply, walk one, long time. Like, can we start there first? Bro.
Lyndon, no, don't put Lyndon in this. Lyndon don't want to see this, man. Lyndon don't want any of this smoke. It's not heavy.
Right, and his hair.
Is
And his hair, fam.
Dan Aziz.
Yes.
Yo,
Come on, fam.
come on.
Nah. Listen, I just want to say you're operating correct. You're operating right. No one else. You're moving correctly, and everyone's on notice.
No, I appreciate it, man.
Everybody on notice, fam.
I appreciate it, man. It ain't easy, man. But that's it, man. I'm taking a proper step that I'm prepared for what's ahead.
You might need to put your TV on mute. You might need to mute your TV or something. I don't know.
Yeah, mute the screen, bro.
You sure? I can hear you not perfect.
I know.
We got some mad feedback still.
Sorry, it's where I am, man. It's just hold on.
1, 2. This is proper still. The echoing.
Is it still echoing mad?
Nah, that's a bit better.
Nah, that's better.
Is that better? Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah, talk to us.
So what's going on, bro? You still in France?
Yeah, man. Imagine everyone's gone, yeah, but I said nah. I'm gonna stay, like, because when I came here, I didn't get to do nothing. Like, I was just literally hotel training, no sightseeing, didn't get to go. So I said, yeah, everyone, adios. I'm just gonna chill for like at least another day or something. So just go a couple places. So yeah, man.
How did it feel waking up this morning just knowing, boom, I'm the champion?
Yeah, no, it felt good, man. It felt good. And you know what made it feel even more better is the fact that I've come to France, beat a Frenchman. Do you know what I mean? So it just adds to that a little bit more of like, you know, happiness and glory, because like I was meant to fight on the Lawrence's card, the 25th in Manchester. But then they offered me this. They said, "What, Dan? Do you want to go to France? Like, it's like 2 weeks earlier. If you're ready." I was like, "Yeah, hell yeah! Like, come, let's go, man." Because from the beginning,
it kind of last minute. It was a last minute sentence.
Yeah. They like, I was preparing myself for the 25th of March. But obviously, Buddy, my coaches, all of them, they were like, "No, like, if you want to go now, you can. You're ready." Like, so I said, "You know what? Let me go overseas, because as well, it prepares you for later on down the line when you might have to go overseas for a world title, or do you know what I mean? I don't want to do it and then I'm fumbling. I don't know what, because even here they already tried to do a couple little madnesses. Like,
hey, what was happening, bro? Tell us what was going on.
No, just like with the scales, they had 2 sets of scales in it. They had scales at the hotel, and then scales, they were different from the ones at the weigh-in, in it. So yeah, that kind of that was a bit nuts, but they do them things as away games, isn't it? Like, so,
I hear that.
Oh my goodness! So now,
that's good, bro. Like, one thing that I've seen everybody saying, like, you're getting your flowers heavy on social media, bro. Like, for you, like, you've not missed a step. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're going up the thorough route. Like, the way it's nuts now when you say it, it's like there's no English boxer in your division that's got a belt.
Yeah,
it's literally
crazy.
It's just you, bro.
Yeah, literally. I picked it up one by one as well, Trav. So like that's why as well, because I'm not the only one that's won a British or a Commonwealth or European. But I've picked it up one by one. I ain't had a fight where all 3 belts are on the line or something like that, where I'm winning everything all at once. No, I've had to literally step by step pick it up one by one. So yeah, man.
They're finally respecting you, though. I'm seeing Sky Sports. Everyone's they're talking about your name correct, because you were left out. A lot of times they couldn't put you into, when we're ranking the light heavies, they're like, "Bro, what do we do with Dan?" Right now, Dan, I think you've announced yourself. And what's crazy about you announcing yourself is other people are starting to say your name, bro. I've heard your name.
Buatsi, let's call out the names, bro. I see Buatsi called man out. He said, "Yeah, I don't mind seeing Aziz." How are you feeling when you're hearing that, bro?
No, man, because I know what Josh is about, man. I've known him for years. We've been in the gym for years. I literally sparred him like 2 weeks ago, preparing for this. But prior to this, when we both started, we've always been like, "Oh, like, Dan, like, if the money's right, something proper's on the line, 100% we'll set whatever aside and we'll go at it." So that's why for him to just go up on Sky and say that, it's not a thing. Like we've already, like, do you know what I mean? It's not no. Oh yeah, no, that's my bridging of it. No, we know that. Look, hey, if something's on the line proper and it's correct, yeah, we'll do this. We'll do it. Like, do you know what I mean? So.
Jeez!
All right, let me ask you something though. If money
Yeah.
was just not in the conversation,
Yeah.
who do you want next?
I'll be honest. Any of the top, anyone in the top five, I'll be honest. There's no, because I think there's the fights with any of the top five is lit. If it's whether it's Craig, imagine me and Craig. That's a brilliant fight. Me or Yard, brilliant fight. Even me or Lyndon. I think that it's a good fight. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man. Any of them. I'm not picky now.
Yeah. I like the energy, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, when did you realize I'm gonna win this fight? Like, what round was it where you thought, you know what, this is me? Like, I think I've got this.
I think as soon as I started, his nose started bleeding. As soon as I started seeing it, said, yeah, I'm starting to like bust up his face and then his whole demeanor. But it's weird because this is why it's good to have the experience of going overseas, because there was a round where he was literally done, but then the crowd gave him some mad energy. Like I'm telling you, I know, because you know when you can feel someone's body, there's posture, like you're banging them, they're all over. Then you just get some mad energy and spirit, like, because the whole crowd was just cheering for him. But it was good. I liked it though. Like it was a wicked experience. That's probably my best show that I've been on, man. They proper did the national anthem. Like I was thinking, what is this, a world title? Like they even did the national. They did the national anthem for the referee who's Finland. I was thinking, what? I said, how many anthems are there? Like how many people am I fighting? Then they were like, oh no, they did the referees one as well. I was like, all right, cool. So yeah.
No, but it's mad because we have to rate again. You said this is the route that I'm taking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna British, European. I'm gonna follow the route. Like I'm not rushing. And now it's so great. It's refreshing to hear that. Boom. You're saying, listen, any in the top five, let's go. We can get to it. And I think now you deserve your flowers because you're doing it the right way. You're not being afraid. Other people are waiting, taking too long to get in the ring. And now you're here, your official name in the division.
No, for sure. But to give credit even to the other fighters, I don't think there's anyone that's stuck in anybody, but I think they let their promoters and maybe managers or whatnot have too much of a hold on them. It's like with Boxer and that, they were trying to like get me fight for these dumb IBF Europeans and all this. And I said, nah, get me the proper European. Like I want the proper belt, whether I have to go overseas or what. Like just I want the proper titles. Whoever I got to fight, that's who I got to fight. I can't be shouting here saying, yeah, I'm one of the best. And I'm not fighting people that they're putting in front of me or people who they think are better than me or whatnot. Like that's not the name of the game.
So is it your plan now?
Yeah.
Like you, the way you've cleared out the all the other belts on the way up to the top, is it your plan now to want to start to mess domestically, or is it like, you know, one touch on a domestic seat and then you want to get a world shot? Like, or do you want to clear out so that you're top of this list? Yeah,
the latter would be better. Like, you know, maybe a domestic and then get into a world shot. And the only reason why I keep on talking about this domestic, because everybody else might be like, nah, man, I'm trying to get a world title, or I'm trying to get money. It's because it's entertaining for the fans, first of all, and it's legacy. Yeah. Like, these are the fights people remember. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I get it. Yes, we all want to get paid, of course, but do you know what I mean? These fights are the ones that are going to later down the line get us the money and whatnot. Like, look at everyone's onto all this YouTube nonsense and crap because we don't put on good fights. We're not putting fights that people are invested in. Like, if it's me and another domestic guy, people are more invested in that because they know who we are. Like, if we go and get some, it could be a highly ranked bloody Russian or European, whatever. No one's gonna really care. Like, do you know what I mean? But when it's two people that the fans know and like, oh yes, it's Dan and Craig or Yard, and they're fully invested, and you can build around it. You can make more. Do you know what I mean?
Wait. And I said I'm not gonna be messy, yeah. but you've mentioned Craig's name first a few times, bro. I
did notice that as well. Yeah, I did notice that.
I said, bro, Craig is the
and that last time, bro, you didn't even say Buatsi there still. So now, like the Craig name is echoing a bit more
it's
now.
Like you got him on the mind, fam. It's like is that what you want next, bro? Because you said it a few times, bro.
That's the name that just keeps popping off. But to be fair, I rate Craig because Craig will have it. He will have it. And besides me, after me, I think he's got a solid resume. He obviously failed at at world title level, but he's a solid name. And like I said, everyone in that top 5, they're all solid names, right?
So what's that fight looking like with you and Craig?
What do you mean? What happens?
Yeah, how's that fight going? And how do you see that fight playing out with you and Craig in there?
I think it'll be a very good fight. I think our
Don't give me that, bro. Listen, you don't think we listen? How did we meet? Bro? You were sitting there across the table from Andre Sterling saying, "Listen, Andre Sterling, meet me in the middle of the ring and bang out." That's who we know.
But Trav, first of all, you already know what I'm about anyway, so there's no point me keep on. I'm gonna do that. You don't know what I bring when it comes to the ring time. But we got to remember with the Sterling situation, this guy was going around ends telling people he mashes me up. So there was a bit more like, oh hey man, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
he was going around. Yeah, there was needle, like, do you know what I mean? There's not needle like that between myself and Craig, or myself and Josh, or myself and Yard, or Lyndon. Like, even I seen Lyndon at the Smith and Eubank fight. I went up to him. I was like, "What's going on? When we gonna get this cracking?" Like, and then Ben was right in front of us. So he's like to Ben, "Hey, talk to your promoter. So we've grabbed Ben, and I'm like, "Ben, come on, what's going on? Like, pay this guy the money and let's get the fight going." Like, and
on a serious note, though, I do want to see you fight. I do want to see you fight Yard. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know who the number 1 is, because right now the rankings is all crazy. Even with the win yesterday, we have to address we have to address the rankings now, because it's crazy. Because now what you've done, you kept on doing what is necessary. What you've been asked to do, you're hitting those levels. So then it's like, raw, where do we place Dan? So now Travis, now we're here and we're saying, raw, where does Dan go in the top 5? What are you doing? Are you still doing the mad yard above everybody, no matter what? You're still yard above. It's
because I know what it is, Trav, because you rate his performance against Better Beer. I get it. And
don't give him a way out, bro. This is Monday Night Smoke, bro. Don't give him a way out. Let him explain.
What I'm saying is, I get it. Like, and obviously he's had 2 title shots against the 2 best at the time, so I can see where Travis coming from. But domestically, he has. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit
nuts.
Yeah, like your best win domestically is Lyndon, so I get it, but he did destroy him though. So I get why it's iffy.
I hate you still.
I think we need to respect the work that you put in, bro. That's all I'm saying. In terms of domestically, you're doing what's necessary, and each time you stepped up, you've done what you need to do, and good finishes as well, strong finishes. We've not really, and then when you talk about you're not being like the light heavyweight darling of the division and stuff. They even my man came onto the scene and said that he'll beat you in 4 or 5 fights. He's my new brother.
Oh, Ben Whitaker.
Ben, man like Ben as well. So the name has been this. They kind of played your name a bit.
No, I know, but I know what they did there. Because obviously I just won the British, and he thought it would be cute to mention Dan Aziz. Like, I remember there's a guy, like, his name's Paul Reedy or something. He used to keep on banging on about Whitaker would bang in Dan. This guy's gone quiet. I haven't heard him in a while. And I know people who are around the circuit. They'll know who he is, innit? So he used to, trust me. Ben will give him in less than 3 fights. This guy, I haven't heard pim from him in a long time.
I haven't heard pim,
I haven't heard.
No, but Ben, I saw Ben on the thing to keep Ben's energy right. He was on Sky saying, "Listen, he will like."
Ben ain't come off the ledge.
Yeah, he's still behind the scenes. He would like to see you still. So,
but I don't want the one. But he would say that. He said but he would say that because you can't really go back on your word, first of all. And he said that about Josh. He said that about Yard. He's just doing the thing that you want to do when you're coming up. You're attaching your name to the top guys, and rightly so. I'm not begrudging him for it. When I see him, I'm like, yeah, like, keep doing what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? Because listen, only time will tell, man. Do you know what I mean? These Olympians, even though they've got good resumes as amateurs, they got to prove themselves on when it comes to the pro circuit. Look at yesterday, Tony Yoka against our uncle.
Against KG, bro.
Do you know our uncle? No, I see Takam. I was like, uncle, like he's like, yes, like he's a proper uncle, like, you know what I mean? And look how he put pressure on my man. So these guys, they like when I said, oh yeah, these guys are trying to get an elevator to the top. I mean it. Like whether you're an Olympian or not, gold medalist, you have to earn your stripes, and I've had to do that. So like, I'm not having it. I don't care what medal you come out with or what. Do you know what I mean?
All right,
you got Marvin Hagler energy through and through.
Aye, correct.
No, it's true though, man. It's the truth. You know what I mean?
Listen, well, all I'm gonna do is, you know me. I'm gonna get mad messy. I'm gonna try and make sure I can do stuff in the background to get these fights going. I'm gonna tell Yard that you said something mad about him still, so you gotta see him. I'm even mad in the chat. But no, I want to see again. I'm happy that it's shining on you right now. You've done it the right way. And listen, 100%. Flowers deserved, fam. Fam.
Come on, bro. And again, I appreciate you guys because again, you lot have been there from the center of the ring days. Yeah, like, and, you know what I mean? So thank you, man. And you lot stayed on the journey. You've always supported me. So I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you.
Come on, man. Big up. Everyone show love to Dan in the chat. Big up, man. We'll speak to you soon, fam.
All right, bro. Take it easy, man.
See you later, bro. There you go, fam. You know what to do. We got to open the line.
Let's open the lines.
We watch someone that goes on that real journey, fam.
Yeah, we're attached.
Yeah, man. I don't want to see him fight Craig though, because it's hard. Like, what do I do in that situation? Just cheer for everyone.
What did you do when Craig fought Joshua Buatsi, fam?
I was fine. I told you.
You were Team Craig.
My wife
you were Team Craig.
Yeah.
You were Team Craig. You didn't even.
Yeah.
You didn't
My
start.
wife came in. Has Craig? Has Dan? Wait, hold on. Has Josh Buatsi showed up on any time on Monday Night Smoke?
When's the last time you even spoke to him?
Been too long, fam. So what should I do?
I think the first time I'll beat that crossroad bridge is when Dan Aziz fights Yard. That's when it's like,
because he's here, bro. Man will come to the show, fam. Man, show real love.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. It gets very technical, bro. That's when you gotta just do Serena Williams' dad and that, and just watch it just for entertainment's sake, fam.
Serena Williams. Man said we're not going to the fight. Nice. Oh my days. Yeah, it's rough, man. It's rough. But you know what? Before we open the lines here,
go on.
That needs to be addressed, bro. What's going on with your dog Tyson Fury, fam? Talk to me about that now.
Obviously, because
I got the goblet, bro. I got time. I got port wine on a Monday evening, bro.
Wait, show me the goblet. The goblet
is back, bro. The goblet is back. The goblet's back. I'm tired of Tyson Fury and the nonsense.
The floor's yours.
I'm tired of it.
The floor's yours.
The guy's a clown, fam. The guy is an absolute clown. I don't know how you've ever backed him. I'm even looking at you sideways. As my dog, and I'm saying, how comes you believed in my man? How comes this brother that was in this guy this whole time, and you was backing this brother? This guy's been flip-flopping around this thing for so long. The guy is... Listen, bro, let's even watch the latest videos of this update, yeah? Let's hear this now.
Hi.
And I'm even... And say straight up, this might be one time, this one video right here. Let me hit the video and then we'll land off.
Hi, Tyson Fury here. Just a quick one. I've been speaking to the lawyers today, and Usyk's people are talking about rematch clauses and all that bollocks. Here's one to up the antes. How about there is no fucking rematch clause for both of us? Let's up the antes completely. Never worry about what's in the future and how many more dollars you can get after you've been defeated. Worry about the fight, April 29th, no rematch clause, the winner takes the glory, the loser goes home with his dick in his hand. How about that? Agree to that, you fucking bitch.
how comes this, bro? So Donny's accepted your 70-30, yeah? Called your bluff. And now all of a sudden, man wants to start jumping in with the rematch clause and going crazy. Bro, the guy wants out of the fight, fam.
You know what's crazy about it? When my man, do you know what? I'd be cool, yeah, if he hasn't fought the same person 3 times.
Fam.
That's when it gets nuts. If you fought the same person 3 times and you fought Chisora, how many times you fight Chisora? 3, 4, I don't know how many times.
3 times.
3 times, good. There's trilogy. You're the trilogy expert, fam. You're the man of the trilogy. So to be in a space where you're like, I don't want any rematch, it's very telling.
But where it's getting rough is that Usyk just seems to just be like, bro, like
greedy belly. Rematch clause come from your side, not mine. Stop whining and ducking. Be a man. In the contract or vacate the belt. I need undisputed. And not to play your stupid games.
I need undisputed.
Fam.
Nah.
Why is the heavyweight champ having to be coaxed into boxing matches, bro?
I need undisputed,
Listen,
bro.
Frank Warren was on TalkSport saying, I can't make him fight. Bro, when have you heard a promoter have to be coaxing his man into the ring? Oh,
Greedy belly.
I can't make him fight. Bro, the guy's embarrassing, bro.
Greedy belly.
I feel sorry for the Fury fans, yeah, who are they're working hard at this point in the Fury PR headquarters, and they're coming out talking about it's mind games. Look, he's making Usyk have to come out and do videos. He's got into his head. I'm like, you guys are the ones I worry about. Long term.
Bro, he said stop whining, fam. He said stop whining.
Stop whining.
He said, I want this right now. Nah, you know what? My guy from Dusseldorf, yeah. Again, because I always speak about that one night, yeah. But again, this is beyond that night. Now this is getting.
How long ago? That night was 8 years ago.
I don't know what happened. Like, I don't think it's the same person.
My son doesn't even exist. He's fully here now, and we're still talking about Dusseldorf.
It's disgusting what he's doing. This is not how a champion moves. This is not someone that wants to. It's not someone that wants to be undisputed.
Fam,
man said Dusseldorf.
I said, oh, Dusseldorf.
It's 11:25. Lennox ain't spoken in a while. Let me read the super chat because he was chatting.
What's going on, Lennox? What's going on, bro? Long time, fam.
Let me read the super chat because he said a mad thing. Man put in the super. Here we go. Now that KG got his warm-up fight out of the way against Yoko on Saturday. Nope. He had a year to train. I swear down, it's been a year already.
Oh, that's hilarious. You mean to tell me Lennox has been in camp this whole time?
11:25. Talk, bro.
All right, KG. The longer this goes, yeah, the worse it is for you.
Listen, I want the no rematch clause, and I want what does Fury say?
70-30.
I want 70-30, bro.
But you know what the baddest thing is? I see Lennox is doing the real training, not like the pad work in the fitness gym type stuff. He's sparring, bro. He's really sparring.
I've seen the videos. I've seen the videos. I don't want none of that, bro. I looked at the guy in the ring. Yeah, I said, nah. I don't know why this guy just can't focus on doing his camera work, fam. What's wrong with this guy? Lennox, what's good?
I mean, you know what I mean? Don't change the narrative. You called me out, bro. Let's always remember that. Let's always remember that. Let's always remember that, bro. Let's always remember. You did. You did. Hey, we can get OTC on the case. I remember the line, yeah? Overhand right. That was your quote. Overhand right, bro. That's how this started. That's what you said. That's what you said, and that's how this started, bro.
I would say that though. I don't know why I would start that though.
I remember that still.
Travis,
I was there. I know I was there.
I feel like I've only called out one person. That's true, Jordy. That's the one name that really called out strong. Me and Travis went in. Lennox, I saw the videos, I saw the content, and I said, yo, I think if you want me to if you want to start a fight career, I'm happy to manage you.
No. I was my fight career has been done, but I stay sharp. You know what it is these days, yeah. I like to spar the ABA kids, and then after I mash them, I tell them how old I am.
See, look what this guy's doing.
He's a soul destroyer for no
This is
reason.
what this guy's doing. This is what I'm saying. But no, we got to talk because I want to hear what you think about. Again, you were bigging up Tony Yoka, I swear. I don't know if we got.
Oh, come on. Hey, but stop
I
it.
can't even.
Hey,
I
listen.
Can't even let you get off.
Where are you bigging up?
All right,
Tony
listen,
Yoka?
yeah. All right, listen, yeah. I got a few points. You know, I mean, I really like. I'm really supposed to be in the gym now, but I said, you know what? I'll come on for a bit. So I got a few points. First, I've got to go in and defend my Uncle Roy, and I got evidence now. You see, Dan Aziz, yeah? It's good you lot started with man like Dan Aziz. Fights like Marvin Hagler, right?
Yep.
He's trained by Buddy McGirt. Buddy McGirt's not like, bruv, go out there and fight like Marvin. He does what he wants. He executes the training the way he chooses to. He obviously likes Marvin, and that's how he chooses to fight. Roy's trained bare other fighters. I'll give you an example. Isaac Chilemba. Isaac Chilemba didn't go out there boxing like Roy. So if Eubank chose to box like Roy, you lot can't put that on Roy. So that's just the evidence to clean that up.
I like that.
That's because I feel like I need to give you got actual things that you could reference, you know what I mean? Because sometimes man them don't follow my train of thought, but that's pure evidence. And I could name 2 or 3 more Roy fighters, but I had to give you one that you could Google and see the fights and understand. Roy trained him for bare time too, yeah? Now that's out the way, I want to address the Aussie that's on this Tim Tszyu thing. Tim Tszyu is basura, as the Mexicans say.
Yeah, that Tony Harrison fight, fantastic.
Fantastic, but he's going to get mashed up by Jamel Charlo.
You 100% sure on that?
I'll say this: he fought. Let me break it down for you. Yeah, you're a pressure fighter. You fought Tony Harrison in a sub 18-foot ring. Hang on, he fought Harrison in a sub 18-foot ring. He's not got any defense against the jab. Harrison shoots the jab from the hip. It took him 3 rounds to learn to ride the jab. Right, doesn't really cut off the ring. It's a different thing. Charlo shoots the jab from his face. He brings the jab, what's called bringing the jab back home. He's also got 2 hands, and he's not going to get a sub 18-foot ring against the champ in the States. Just not a concession. Fam, that ring was tiny.
So you're saying that. So you think? Hold on, what was the again?
And I'm not. And hang on. So here's my take on him is not off last fight. You know what I mean? He's really only got 2 fights that you could make a judgment off. The Goucher fight and this fight. I watched him all his Australian pay-per-views. It was really just giving him easy work. He was never in there where anyone really had a chance. So the last 2 fights have been really the only thing you got to see. And there's nothing really there to go, oh, right, it's something special. It's not. He's not the same IQ of a pressure fighter that, what's my name? What's the Argentine? Blanking on the Argentinian fighter's name.
Brian Castaño.
Yeah. He's not the same level of pressure fighter that Castaño is. Not the same intensity. Not the same of anything. So I can't. I mean, he's decent, but I don't see anything there that troubles Charlo.
Interesting.
What Maestro?
I mean, this is Lennox's moment. Let Lennox let the room breathe. This is Lennox's moment. It's all this is all Lennox. Go for it.
I think he's finished his take though.
Well, I mean, I don't really have. I mean, I'm not even to counter the statement that Tim Tszyu's trash. I mean, I think that that's so over the top. You could say he's unproven. You could say maybe he's not as good as Charlo, who's an undisputed champion in the weight division. But to call him trash, like. Yeah, I don't know. You could respond. You could respond to that one, KG.
He called him basura, innit? That's
based on. Listen, I remember, and I'm not sure who's on the account, but remember the reason I was like, you know what, I'll make time before the gym to pop on today was the hype of Tim Tszyu's like, rah, what's going on? You know what I mean? It's like it's the same energy, man. Then we're moving off. Who's the other Aussie cat that Haney won? You know what? So look, it's like he's so
my God. Come on,
yeah. It's the whole the same energy is really the same energy. And even you know what I was like, I'll pop on because Smallsy was all on Twitter, like Going hard again. Going hard again. Going hard again, bro.
Oh my God, that's the fellow teach right there. Big up Smallsy. big up all the teachers out there. Big up Tony P. He's a teacher too.
Come on, man. Listen, 11:25, Lennox. Is there anything that we should be excited about? Are you gonna go on?
What are you thinking about this whole Tyson Fury situation?
All right, listen, no comments.
Nah, don't do that, bro.
He's working there.
No comment. But listen, I'll say this: when a fighter wants a fight gets made. You get me? At that level, the promoters and them man there, they when a fighter wants a fight gets made. So obviously, I made a rule. I only discuss fights that are actually happening. You get me? And obviously, that's not one of them ones there.
All right. Listen, great to have you back 11:25. Look after yourself, man. We'll speak to you soon, my brother.
All right, cheers, bro.
Take care, man.
I love that guy. Hey, Maestro, you can't run from it. You can't run from it. You said as soon as you realize that he's running from the smoke, you're gonna keep it real. You said you're gonna unload the clip.
I remember that.
It sounded a little violent there, KG.
You're gonna unload the clip, Maestro.
Did I say that?
Absolutely.
Yes,
I remember.
Okay, well, I know. Listen, Trev, we're friends. You know, we're colleagues in this stuff.
Oh yeah, I know that, bro.
You know, but you sound a little bit triggered by the Fury video.
Hold on, wait.
You know, you might have the little safe space corner over there. We might have to send you to the safe space while me and KG have a non-emotional discussion about this.
Actually, non-emotional from my part.
Let's get the emotions out of it, Trav. I see you boiling. It's like a tea kettle. Like right before it starts to whistle.
I got my goblet, bro. I'm good. I'm relaxed.
All right, listen, Maestro, we're finally here, bro. You've seen the footage. You've seen the video.
Okay, listen, I got to talk about a couple other things.
I got a
couple other topics to get to, if that's okay.
Go on. I like you. No, bring it back. I'll let him get something. I want him to do a couple topics. I want him to get
into my show.
No,
there's no way. Listen, bro. Listen, KG, can we talk outside? Can we talk outside, bro? Listen,
bro, he's on the land of the free, fam.
Hold on, let me look at you. This is our show, bro. How you letting this guy come in and tell us what we're talking about?
He's from the land of the free.
Put your foot down and show man that you got some gusto, bro.
He's from the land of the free, fam.
Bro, listen,
and the home of the brave.
I'm not allowing him to come in and dictate where I'm going around the ring, bro. Ring gentlemanship. Keep your feet, plant your feet, and let's go to work. All right?
So I'm
gonna let him back in. I'm gonna let him back in. Go to work. Let's go.
Listen, Trav, before you start screaming at me about the patriarchy and everything else, just lower the volume a little bit. Just lower the volume. All right. Look. I'll get into it. Okay, I'll get into it. And before people start saying, Maestro, you're just a dumb American. You need to shut up. Well, look at that. Look at that. Booyakasha.
He's one of us. Woo! He's one of us.
KG. Look at that. Look at that. That's the post-Brexit right there. That's the post-Brexit right there. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah. KG,
I'm gonna do a KG zoom in real quick. Look. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, let's get down to the bare bones
finally
of the situation. It's starting to get dragged out a little bit. It's starting. It's been dragging. It's been dragging. The feet have been dragging. I just want the fight to be announced, because for the life of me, I don't understand the roadblocks that are taking place here. You know, Usyk's a promotional free agent. Usyk seems to be doing everything that could possibly be done from Usyk's side to make the fight happen, right? Absolutely. Including taking a 70-30 split. Now, I went on live on my channel. We did a members only, which we do. Mano a mano is a members only. It's me. It's my man KO Kenny. But the discussion was so good, I had to put it out, an extended version for everybody to look at it. You guys could go look at it. And I was essentially making the argument that, look, you know, A sides have done this in the history of boxing. You know, you're going to play with the B side. You know, we're seeing Tank Davis do it right now with Ryan, bringing him down in weight, insisting on a one-way rematch clause that only benefits him, insisting on a rehydration clause, et cetera, taking the lion's share of the money. I get that. Floyd did that against Pacquiao, even 60-40 split, right? but it's starting to get into territory of it's like starting to become more than that, you know.
Finally,
if this, and I'm gonna be honest with you right here, if it doesn't happen, right? If this fight doesn't get made, right? The blame of this entire situation is on the shoulders, all right, of the Gypsy King Tyson Fury.
Man.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown. You the champ. You the Gypsy King, right? Like you the boss in the division, right? I've been saying that. Well, at a certain time, people are gonna bend the knee to the king, but every man has dignity, and every man is only gonna be pushed so far. And in this case, it looks to me like Usyk's doing literally everything you could ask somebody to do to make a fight happen. I'm gonna be honest with you. 70-30, like you can justify that based on the history of boxing, but the prolonged period now that keeps going and going and going, it's all on Tyson Fury.
Travis, you've been sitting here talking about Fury for the longest of time, and Maestro's come on this show many a times and spoke about, you know, AJ's next opponent, how AJ's fighting Franklin, this, that, and the other, and kind of been you've been here, and I've seen you looking a bit, you know, upset with Maestro's takes, right? Is Maestro keeping the same energy for Fury right now? Because he's been more disrespectful to AJ than we're seeing. I don't know if the disrespect's the same.
Hold up.
It's not. You know what it is? I'll shoot Maestro some bail on the fact that it's not done yet. The game is still still being played.
Listen, trust me. If this fight don't get made, all of the thumbnails I make that I know trigger the AJ fans, right? You know, all of the things I've said here on Monday Night Smoke about Jermaine Franklin being the tune-up to the tune-up and all that other stuff.
Yeah,
you're gonna be enjoying a full week worth of content as it relates to Fury and this fight not being made. But we're not quite there yet. So I'm not gonna go there yet. And then the fight happens, and then I look like a fool. We're not there yet. Now, when it's officially announced that the fight isn't happening, then, bro, you both have my number. You both know the digits. They start with +1 718 because I'm in the Bronx, New York. Call me up, and we could do a whole show just on this topic.
Yeah. I think that whole show coming. I think now, because let's have it out. Let's have it right. In this situation, 70-30, bro, it's been done. Then the next thing is they didn't talk about rematches before. Now there's a clause. You lot saying, because I listened to Usyk's promoter say that look, they brought up the rematch thing.
Alex Kratchik.
That's right. Yeah.
They brought up the rematch thing. Now all of a sudden you're acting as if I'm afraid of you. This is a guy that they said is a jumped up middleweight. He shouldn't be in the division. He's gonna smoke him. If he's gonna smoke him, why is he making it hard? You like rematches. This is confusing, sir. There's just contradiction.
Let's okay. Time out.
Let's go.
There's a difference between. I heard you bring up the Chisora issue earlier. It was a rematch, and then it was a trilogy fight, right?
Yeah.
To be fair, the third fight with Wilder, he was forced into it, and I can tell you that from here on this side, they were going at Fury for supposedly ducking Wilder and avoiding it, and now that he's not able to load his gloves and doesn't have Mark Breland helping to spike Wilder's water, he's gonna be like pretty much massacred in the ring in the third fight. Fury's ducking, so. I'm not going to go all the way there for the whole rematch thing. I mean,
he does enjoy a rematch, though. You can't tell me, even if you say that one to Chisora one, nobody in this world was saying, I wonder what Chisora will do against Fury.
Yeah,
no one.
Yeah, this is true, but we all know that was a keep busy tune-up fight and a big payday for a friend of his. Like, they pretty much all admitted that. Now, to what you guys are saying.
So this same negotiation behavior. No. I'm just saying the negotiation behavior that he's got for Usyk is the same nonsense he was carrying on with AJ.
You mean in the supposed December fight?
Yeah,
he was flexing. He was flexing all over AJ. He was trying to use as much leverage, use all of the leverage that he had, to push AJ into a situation that was beneficial to him and not so beneficial to AJ, and then painting it as he was doing this for the British fans.
So he wasn't. So he was lying.
So he had no intention of fighting him then?
No, I think he had every intention of fighting him, but I think he had every intention of fighting him because he knew that it was the ideal fight for him at that moment, and AJ stood no shot. I think if AJ signed the papers to fight Fury, the fight would have happened. I think
Wait,
that. I don't.
What? Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
So this is AJ that ducked Fury in December.
No, I never said AJ duck Fury. I never even said.
You just said he didn't sign.
Bro, you can just time out, fam. There's interview. There's interview. I am going to clarify. There's interview. There's interview after interview with Hearn, and especially with Frank Smith from Matchroom, his right hand man, saying that none of them wanted to do the fight in December because they didn't think it was the good time for AJ. AJ will fight. I'm never questioning AJ. AJ's a fighter. He'll fight. I don't even think AJ really want to fight Jermaine Franklin either, by the way. I think that's who his handlers have suggested that he fight. So I'm not saying AJ ducked. You've never heard me say AJ ducked or AJ's a duck or anything like that. Cool. There's a difference between AJ and the people that are managing his career.
Okay, but all right, so and let's just play this one forward, yeah, because you've put yourself, I think you put yourself in a bad situation right now. You snookered yourself, right? Because Frank Warren, who is handling Tyson Fury, he said, well, I can't make him fight. So Frank Warren is trying to make the fight, and he's everyone.
Yeah, bro, you're literally saying what I was just about to say, but then you tried to put me into a box about AJ. Now I burst out of that box and we're back on topic. I burst out of the box and now we're back on topic. You tried to put me into a box with AJ, didn't work.
For Fury, bro, because
right. Well, let me let him go. Right now, see, the show is Monday Night Smoke.
Yes.
Right. But right now it's Maestro Night Smoke. So right, you gotta let me let off these flames. So he
imagine him saying that and he ain't even got powers to go in and out, bro. How dare he, bro? I'm gonna bring it back, but I just want to let him know that was a big flex. I had to let him know you ain't got powers.
I'm gonna drop off quickly. Just give me one.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, bring me back. All right, so KG, I was about all respect, by the way, to the whole undefeated community. You got to consider joining the memberships. All right, you got to definitely click the like button right now because this is the best thing on television anywhere in the world.
Absolutely.
while this shit is happening. And also, big up to all of the members. Big up to October Red. Big up to Tony P. Big up to Base the Kid. Let's go.
I don't want to say you're deflecting, but you're taking a long time to not answer the question.
All right, no, I'm going to answer the question. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is why it's starting to look bad, right? I'll tell you why it's looking bad. And I'm going to drop a gem that you didn't even drop that I was expecting you to drop.
Okay.
Go.
Wasn't it like less than 2 weeks ago when Fury said, I'm not going to talk about the negotiations. I'm not going to speak. It gives me anxiety or gives me problems. You know, I'm going to let the team handle it. Well, I'm not really hearing specifics from Frank Warren.
True.
Bob Arum said he doesn't negotiate through the media. And then we're hearing Fury dictating terms. So the problem with Fury is that on Monday he says something. On Tuesday he says something else.
Absolutely.
Right? And it's not a good look. I'm telling you guys right here. None of this is a good look for Fury. The only thing that can save Fury from what's going on right now is if this fight gets signed. And then the only thing that will save him after that is if he puts a whooping on Usyk. Because if this fight is closer than he said it was going to be, then it's going to be, oh, well, you know, Fury was doing all of that because you see how close it was? You see how Usyk almost got him? He never wanted to fight him from the beginning, and he was trying to talk his way out of the fight. So there's a lot of stuff you can say to make Fury look bad. I'm not up here trying to defend it, but I'm also not going to be spitting flames like those dragons on Game of Thrones until this fight doesn't happen.
And what's your probability of this fight happening now? What do you think?
Well, you know what? If you asked me that question on Friday, I would have said I'm like 90-10 ratio, right?
Yeah.
But basically, now that I'm hearing that Team Usyk, and don't forget, I'm a little bit behind on some stuff because I jet here straight from work. I don't see all of the stuff being released during the day on Monday. So there might be stuff I'm missing, right? But the little bits and pieces that people have been sending me and this and that, I mean, it gotta go what 50, 60, 40. I mean, just sign it now.
Do you think Alex, guys? Do you think that he should sign this no rematch clause?
Alex Cressman.
No, I don't like rematch clauses. I've been on the record of not liking rematch clauses. Like unless a fight.
I'm not against anybody disliking the rematch clause. By the way, like this is probably the one time where Fury said something and I've not immediately disliked it. I heard that and I was like, you know what? I'm not excited about rematch clauses being tied in because this just means we're just gonna hold up the division even more.
But I do have an issue with something, right? Which I didn't even understand. And this is before Monday, which is today. Monday afternoon smoke for me, Monday night smoke for you guys. Even when it seemed like the fight was going to happen and Usyk agreed to those terms, a 70-30 split, I don't understand why there's been so much negativity about the fight. I mean, I'm in touch with a lot of people from the UK. We text back and forth about boxing. I mean, you guys, if this fight does take place, you guys are blessed. I mean, to me, that's the biggest fight of the year that's taking place in the capital city in the national stadium. Like, people should be excited about that and be positive about it. Now, that's my opinion over the weekend. I can see where the negativity seeps in what you guys have been telling me has been going on.
There's just a level of frustration with fights not being made that triggers boxing fans. So, you know, the stuff that you're seeing is that response, like, oh, here we go again. Like, people are very, very fed up.
Wait, Chalice, I need to give you this. I need you to read this. Dramatic read, fam. This is crazy. Share screen. Here we go. 1 second. Where is it on Twitter? Boom. Look at that. Is that on yours? Can you see it? Spoiler for tomorrow. Tyson Fury sends out the draft agreement where there is no rematch clause, no anti-doping testing, only local judges. Usyk is forbidden to use his left hand. 5-minute rest between the rounds. Oh, this is trolling. I just stopped reading. That's just trolling. Keep going. You can't stop now, bro.
Okay, I'll finish it. So Usyk is forbidden to use his left hand. 5-minute rest between the rounds, etc., etc., and then goes on his Instagram like, "You middleweight gap teeth rabbit. You've got the contract. You've shitted yourself. If it's not signed in 25 seconds, I'll fight Jake Paul next."
Flip's sake.
I hope I did okay. With that.
You handled business, bro.
No, call your agent. Call your agent, KG. I'm looking for a contract.
This whole circus is getting frustrating, man.
It's crazy, but even him writing that, even that gap teeth part was unnecessary because he's never really called him the gap teeth guy. So that's just Alex off the dome.
No, yes. Yeah, if Alex was freestyling the gap teeth thing, that would cause some internal confusion still.
Yeah, it's like, wait, off the dome.
You can't give him.
You can't just ad-lib that hating.
Nah. So,
you got any more before we keep it moving? I got Lineal in the chat.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Lineal. I met up with Lineal in New York City and Brooklyn last year. Cool guy. I just wanted to say a couple things. I totally disagree with Lennox about Tim Tszyu. I think he showed his talent. I think he showed his poise. I think he shows that he has a solid skill set. Now, the fact that he doesn't think he's going to beat the undisputed champion at 154, there's a big stretch from losing to that guy and being trash. So, we all saw what happened last time I was on there with Lennox. So I'm not really trying to push him into a situation where those kind of things happen again. Right. You know what I mean? So, but the other thing I wanted to mention is Yoka. Man, I've been talking about Yoka since 2016 when I felt Joe Joyce beat him. Joe Joyce shouldn't only be the second best heavyweight in the UK. Joe Joyce should also be the Olympic gold medalist, who's also second best heavyweight in the UK. So, if you go back and look at that fight, tell me that he lost that fight. I mean, I don't know.
Mean, robberies in the Olympics is so common, bro. Like Roy Jones, Floyd Mayweather, the list literally goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
So you can't put too much into the.
Well, you know what's interesting though? First of all, terrible matchmaking. We need to get them on undefeated management or maestro management. We wouldn't have never put him over there with Carlos Takam. That really coming off a loss?
That's insane.
Come on now. And the other thing too, though, the rematch now is gone for Joyce. I mean, that's not even, nobody's going to want to see that fight. There was a time when the Joyce versus
the
Yoka fight would have sold in the UK. Especially if Joyce had a secondary title or a version of the heavyweight championship, man, I'm gonna rematch the guy that I got robbed against in Sydney, right? But they're not there, so it is what it is. I'm not gonna take up any more of your guys' time. I want to big up all of the members, join the membership, support my brothers KG and Trav, and at a minimum, do me a favor and hit the like button right now. Invite everybody to the party. Invite them to the party right now.
There's like 381 people in this live right now. How many likes have we got?
I don't know. And then at the end, I'm gonna ask you guys to drop the link to my channel because I always see people asking for it. But wait until the end because we want to keep them here on.
Hold on. 11:25 says, if KG doesn't want the smoke, this guy can meet me at Mendes Boxing Gym off Lennox Avenue. I'll show him who knows what about boxing. Well, I don't want the smoke, Lennox. I mean,
well, KG coming out to New York, and I'll work the corner for that one. Me and my colleague Ludo, we run the Tiger Box Club. We run the Tiger Box Club.
No, Maestro. As KG's promoter, let me just speak for him. We would like to propose you step in place of KG and KG work your corner in this fight. How do you feel about that? And I can make that fight. I can make that fight.
Well, I was looking for the smoke with True Jordy, you know. But you know, I don't know what happened to that one. I threw it out there. You know, it is what it is. Give me a little bit of time. I'm on a broken ankle, but once I'm back on my feet, yeah. I mean, if
no, everyone's fucking 11:25.
Huh? Is he out in New York though? I'm surprised he know about these.
He goes everywhere. He goes everywhere.
He's everywhere, bro.
He's everywhere.
Yo, so hold up. Is that a fight that we can make? I can make it just right now.
I'm gonna get him out of here. He doesn't want any part of that fight.
Look, Maestro, he's currently inactive, obviously. But Maestro, look, he's a hell of a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Once he gives him a nice fresh camp, he's as good as any.
Listen, I don't. I see that guy hitting the bag, and I said, I don't want to fight
made.
I saw him hitting the bag. I don't want to fight him.
Tell Lennox, no rematch. Telling that from the start.
What?
Hey, everyone's ducking. If someone's going to want to fight, let me ask Base if he wants to fight him. Base, do you want to fight him?
It, man.
Base, we say, you want to fight Maestro? Oh, no, Lennox. Oh, Lennox. Sorry, Lennox.
Yeah, someone has to step up. Do you want to fight him, Base?
Well, I mean, we're friends, but like if the money's right, we can talk.
Got it.
Write the check.
I'll set it up. Don't worry. I'll set it up.
There you go.
Write the check.
Oh, Sugar, mental gymnastics. Tell Maestro to come see me or stop saying my name 100%.
Cheese and bread.
Oh my days.
Come on, man. Hey, what they know about the Monday Night Smoke All Access?
Hold on. When did I say it? When did I say his name? I never said his name.
Again, he listens to this pod different.
I don't know. Maybe you don't follow my channel. Where's your channel at? I've never said your name on my channel. The only people whose name I say on my channel are people who put disrespect on my name. That's it. And you can ask Trav how that go. You can ask KG how that go. You can ask anybody who's ever called me out and put disrespect on my name how that go.
Get the subscriptions up, man. Get them subscriptions up, man.
I'll turn the camera right out the window. I'm right in the South Bronx. I'm right
by
Yankee Stadium. I'm right by McCombs Dam Park. And believe
we out here in New York, Bronx.
You want to talk about who you train? I train, or maybe you train. Why don't we do this? Why don't we put one of my guys, one of my amateurs, in with you, and we'll put it on the undefeated, and then I get 60-40.
The Monday Night Smoke title.
I get 60-40 of the super chats.
Hey!
Only in America.
That's a split 60-40. How about that? Right? And then I'll take all of my kids, right? All of my fighters, we go out, we spend that money, we go to have a little vegan pizza party. How about that?
Hey, where Al Heyman at, man?
Nobody know your name, fam. Who's saying your name? Nobody know you. Where's your channel?
I'm gonna get my shot.
Where's your channel at?
Okay, my shot. I said
nobody know you, son. You look, when I came on last time, you called me out. And look how that went. You called me out. I didn't call you out. You called me out. I didn't say your name. You said my name.
Say my name. He's putting Destiny Child.
Now, I don't know how many months have passed, right? I don't know how many months have passed and you back on here. Notice I didn't say anything about you other than let the man talk. And I disagreed with your take. See, what's with all these so-called pseudo, I'll just call them pseudo fighters, right? Pseudo fighters, they get triggered because I got a different opinion about boxing than you. How come every time I come on, people get in their feelings about an opinion that I have about boxing? Your take on Tim Tszyu was trash. I didn't even want to respond to it. That's how trash it was. The take was basura. Okay, Tim Tszyu's not basura. Your takes are basura. And I didn't even want to insult you and respond to it because we all saw what happened to you last time, my guy. Right? You had a little bit.
I played the Ether beat, man. I played the Ether beat.
Hold up. There's too much cabbage. We're gonna work on your nutrition because there's too much cabbage in your diet. There's too much beans in your diet, bro. All right, and if that's gonna happen, to you on a stream because you're getting all sensitive in your feelings about what I say about Tim Tszyu, imagine what happens when one of my 6'3", 6'4" high school kids hits you with a body shot.
I'm gonna get my bed. I have to start the fight.
What? No one's gonna throw in the white towel. Throw the damn towel. My man was
throw in the white box. I'm throwing the
white towel. I'm waving it from round 3, bro. You're not getting banged until round 8. What's going on?
I tried to stop the fight, but nobody's listening to me, bro.
Man was moving like Drago and Rocky, bro.
That was worse refereeing than the Tim Tszyu Tony Harrison fight. That was disgraceful. You both should be put on bans for that.
The irony. Look, I don't think the British Boxing Court they can afford another lawsuit. To be honest with you, so we're just gonna get off with a light warning and keep this thing pushing, bro.
These men got the same lawyer as Conor Ben. Rah. That is crazy.
That was.
I felt like I was on a night out and then some full-on fight just happened in front of me and I'm seeing man get pumped up and no one's stepping in.
You know what was crazy? You remember when the game dropped that 300 bars tune, 300 bars of running, and it was like 6-7 minutes long. Cooking, man.
Listen, go on Maestro's channel. Let me say it properly. Go
Maestro.
Sign up, be a member because the smoke, if he feels a certain way, he's speaking. Man,
I was about to call Terror Squad and them man there, man. Shout out the Bronx, man.
Go and pull up, bro. He will not let you down, fam. The energy correct.
Listen, Maestro said BX or be next, man. He's out here. We out with the Goonies ready outside. We know what it is. BX or be next. Bronx.
Yo.
Listen. Bro, well, I come here talking about Buatsi and then this is crazy.
Hold on. Lennox is back, fam.
Hold on, mental gymnastics, fighting himself. He just asked someone else if to get in the ring for him. I don't do the talk. You know the gym. I'm done talking. 100.
Let's just set this up already, man. We already got the all access footage here.
Yo, he's talking very smoky right now. I can't lie. I feel like I need this fight arranged. I'm happy. Look, I'm gonna be out in New York in a couple weeks.
Make it happen, man. Yeah, make it happen.
I'm gonna be out there. I'm gonna get into my promoter bag. Don't worry, I'm gonna get the flags, undefeated flags. Only the undefeated.
Nah, man, let him fight. Let him again. If he gets the job done against the younger and that, then let.
Yeah, that's what Macho said, isn't it? Let the youngsters.
Yeah, let the youngsters. You know. And then after that, you know.
G Chain said, "I'm driving, listening in my car. I just pulled over to say blood."
I hate this show, but I love it at the same time. It's mixer. And I said I wasn't even going to be like this today, but
I know.
I don't know. I think that's for me. I don't think I mixed this one up. I think Travis, I think that was you know.
I don't know what role I played in this, to be honest with you. I started off as the
you
ref.
are the one
and
that
I graduated into.
Nah, I can't lie. Maestro seemed like he was itching for someone to say his name, and
that might have been Maestro by himself.
Yeah, you know, like how Chip, you know, like how Chip is, yeah. When like you just need to mention his name, and he's at the petrol station. I don't know, like maybe Maestro's at the bodega or something, and he just thought, "No, I'm not having this."
Maestro pulled up in black Air Forces. You know what time it was from the way he walked in. You just knew.
I know, but Lineal, man, you want to talk about Buatsi?
Yo.
You want to talk about Buatsi about, man? Why did you
Brother,
conversation?
please, I beg someone tell me what's happening with my GH brethren, because I love him. I want him to do well, yeah. But if this is true that he turned down this Bivol fight, yeah. One, I'm looking at Virgil Hunter sideways.
His eyes are set on Aziz.
That's nonsense, bro.
Forget Bivol, bro. He wants Aziz, fam.
It's nonsense, bro. Stop this behavior. Brother, how do you work yourself into world ranking and then now you want to go against the European champion? And no disrespect to this is all respect to Dan Aziz, because like we're saying, he done it the right way. This is a guy that didn't do no Olympics, started boxing barely. He is supposed to be where he is. So Dan Aziz, so Buatsi challenging Dan Aziz right now, I'm looking at it like, nah, that's not right. I'm sorry. So what? How do you go from being?
Hold on. Sorry to cut you, bro. A lot of people in the chat right now are saying it's not true, and they say Eddie's saying that because he's leaving Matchroom. Well, thing is, so a couple of interviews, Eddie came out and said, he didn't decline this one, he declined the last one.
Yeah.
And if the fight was on offer for this time round, that means he would have declined again. But he did say it was for the last
Eddie
one.
knows what he's doing, though. Eddie knows what he's doing. Eddie's been
No, but even the last one, my thing was, even after the Craig Richards fight, the way I see it is like Craig had just fought Bivol. You then beat Craig. At that point, brother, I remember he didn't turn down, but the Badu Jack fight fell through, yeah. So at that point, I'm like, listen, you've got nowhere else to go. I'm sorry, you don't. You can't be like, right, you can't fight Craig Richards and then say, what, you want another tune-up? You know how mad that looks? And then obviously with the Badu Jack fight falling through as well, that was a perfect setup for you. And then somehow that still fell through again. Like the math ain't mathing.
Lineal, it wasn't Badu Jack, it was Jean Pascal.
John Pascal, thank you. Sorry about that. Thank you very much. I was speaking bad on Badu Jack's name. Apologies. Shout out to Cruiserweight champ. But regardless, it's kind of just like I'm looking at Buatsi and the handlers like, brother, this is not a good look for him, because obviously the John Pascal fight, I thought, okay, this is good because former world champion.
John Pascal wouldn't do the testing. He wouldn't agree to the testing, and I think that's the time.
Even that we don't even know. That's not conclusive, because Ludabella's like, nah, we did, or we registered it late, and I'm just like, why does this always happen with Buatsi though?
But but if there's dodgy stuff going on with the admin on the testing, then you ain't gonna really want to sign that and get that over the line until things are looking correct. So you can't really throw him under the bus on that one.
But ain't it funny? Don't you think it's funny that how Eddie Hearn's energy switched towards Buatsi the same way it switched towards Lawrence Okoli? Like, it's looking a bit bad. It is looking a bit bad. I'm looking at things sideways, because why does it end your relationship end like this?
Yeah,
here's the thing.
There's a lot of relationships that look it over the history, over the course. They end the relationships. They get a bit nuts. Even you could say with my man, who's the one that fought Khan? Oh man,
Kilbrook.
No. Brooks had a history of moving mad. Yeah, Brooks had a history of moving mad.
I'm just saying, in terms of like the relationship is interested.
But that's the thing, though.
Moving mad, what you don't know is how man's moving in the background.
No,
what's
but it's
not
like
in the public eye.
But it's like that phrase that they say, like, love never dies a healthy death, innit? It always goes out bad. So it's like with these situations with promoters, if you're not gonna if you're not gonna be on my team, you're gonna be on the ops team. So if you're telling me you're leaving me, you're gonna run with the ops. You're letting me know it's beef now.
But but the thing is, it's not even like I'm bigging Eddie Hearn up. It's more about how Buatsi conducted himself. It's less about Eddie Hearn. I'm not picking sides when it comes to that.
No, because it's what Eddie Hearn said that's allowing you to look at Buatsi with a funny light.
No. It's not just that though. Because remember what I said, after the Craig Richards fight, you still wanted another fight. And it was just like, brother, like, where do you go from after you beat Craig Richards, you just fought for a title? There's only so many places you can go. And then obviously it's like he's now left 258, and I don't know what's going on at 258.
Yeah,
But
it's
then
looking a bit mad still.
yeah, like I don't. Buatsi is just more of a thing of for me is like, brother, take control and do something. Because for me, the only reason I'm looking at Buatsi sideways is because it's like you are letting it appears anyway. Obviously, we don't know what happens behind the scenes, but it appears like you're letting too much stuff slip out of your hands. And whether because one thing I'll give a Coley is that even if you may be looking at him sideways like, Coley, I don't know what you're doing, he at least is taking a grasp of his career and saying, yo, this is what I want to do. You get what I'm saying? With Buatsi, you never get that. It's always, yeah, you just gotta see, wait and see. And it's like, brother, tell us something definitive.
Spencer Farrell's giving us an update. He goes, it's not true.
Yeah.
Buatsi's left 258 and Matchroom, so the announcement is on his way on Wednesday at Box Park, Croydon, for his deal on Sky Sports.
What?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Boy.
Hey, listen, I don't know if you lot watched the pod. A man's talking about, I bet you it's the op.
He said
I
Boxer
bet
Pro.
you
the number one op. That's why Eddie would go like that, bro.
He would.
Why is Shalom his number one up though?
Spencer's
Sky Sports, Sky Sports, Adam Smith and them, man. That's the ops. That's
and
Eddie's
that's why
ops.
he said Dan Aziz as well. It all marries up because Dan is the main man.
Why call out Dan?
Not
Why call out Dan?
Up. No.
Part of me, I still don't want to see Buatsi first Dan Aziz straight away.
I'd like to see
I still don't
Linden
want to see.
first. I want to see Linden first.
Right, Spence even allowed to break that news. He should have used a.
He did. He said, "Listen, give it to the brothers, Sam."
I'd say he should use a fake profile for that one. Still.
Hey guys, there's even a bigger exclusive.
Go on.
Tag team boxing: Mayweather and KSI versus Pacquiao and Salt Pappy.
Hey, listen, Salt Pappy's the truth, man. F what you heard, man. Salt Pappy's the truth. That's my guy.
Wait, stop saying so. Is that real?
Bruv, I saw it on Barack's page, bruv. Akam Barack. Man slapped up and said that's actually in talks right now. Oh my days. Anyway,
listen, 50 was right about 50 might have been right about Mayweather and all these finals.
Hey, listen, let's not pivot into that conversation. Let's not do that.
No, but Lineal, I can't believe that. He had to be boxer, and that's why he's moving like a chief. The last man that left.
Damn,
Coley tried to leave, and you know what Coley was getting? Coley said, "Yo, I'm getting boxer." What happened? Boom. Man came out. The dirty rollout. Injunctions galore.
You got one more fight. You ain't going over there.
You haven't made all the albums that we need. That mixtape, I'm not respecting that.
We need another project.
Yo, Big A is a wrong one for that comment, bro.
Coley dropped the 7 tune, like the 12. You know the minute and 10 seconds. The 1 minute and 10 second tune. 7 of them. Yeah, that's the project.
You know what? Yeah, I can't lie. Boxer, if they play their cards right, can bring back UK cruiserweight boxing in a big way. Because they can position a lot of their guys to get belts before they even have to unify with Lawrence. Because Chris Billum-Smith is at world title contendership. So is Reactor. My thing is, boy, get them guys to fight other people first, but then
you know that's not gonna happen. It's Reactor and Coley. They've already started the promo journey.
Nah, but that's what I'm saying. Get Reactor a belt, man. We saw Reactor speaking breeze on Badu Jack, bro. Get that belt.
It's not happening.
You know,
damn it, man.
I didn't realize.
Bro, you're looking at okay, cool. So you're Brent Shalom so far, yeah. He signed Joseph Parker and immediately sent him over to BT Sports and fed him to Joe Joyce.
He didn't know
this is not a man that is thinking
he didn't know
logically.
No, but he didn't know what he was doing. It was too soon. He didn't realize. But now he's starting to work things out. He's learning on the job.
We hope.
He's Ollie.
I'm telling you.
Okay, that's all I can say. I hope. If that's dumb to make immediately. I say don't make it immediately because in all honesty, Okoli needs 1 more year to promote himself in a good way because his last match weren't the nicest to look at. And I think he needs a couple of knockouts just to get his name up again.
Him and Reactor was fighting in the Odeon cinema at the launch.
They've done it. They've done enough. It's perfect.
They started this thing already.
Yeah. Listen, we gotta get out of here, bro. I didn't realize we've been here for 1 hour 17. I was gonna call Spencer and I was like, bro, nah, we've been here for too long, fam. Anyway, listen, people, Lineal, big up, man.
Always
good to talk to you. Let's quickly hear from Base. Base, Any announcement for us?
Yeah, the show's on tomorrow, 9:00. Next week we've got a guest. The week after that, we may have a monthly guest, and then the week after that, there may be an even bigger one. But we'll let you know in due course. Just quickly on the Buatsi thing, though, I feel okay. Just real quick, KG, I feel like while you might say Eddie moves a bit sus when man them want to leave, maybe with certain guys, but let's not forget, like, he didn't quick up a fuss with Liam Smith or even the Chris Eubank Jr. or the half the other roster that ended up going.
But where his main guys that he's set out of course, because this guy, you have to say, Buatsi's been his main guy who he's decided we planned this whole career. After the Olympics, we knew exactly what we're going to do with Buatsi. Am I right or wrong?
No, that's right. But you then also have to remember, how many times has Buatsi either taken holiday when he wasn't supposed to, when he should have been active, or pulled out of fights that were scheduled due to quote unquote injuries, or now so allegedly, not taking the world title shot for the second time, because that's the rumor now. So if all of this is the case, whether he's leaving or not, there has to be frustration, because how much money have you put into this guy to get him to the position where he should be, at that top level, or at least challenging or being my champion? And every time you trying to get him into position, struggling away and working your way through the rankings. Because let's remember, Eddie don't even have like none of the sanctioning bodies on his case like that. Remember, you've got Bob Arum and you got Bob Arum and Frank Warren, who are big with the WBO, so they'll always get favors from them. You've got like PBC that are big with WBA, favors from them, and the IBF was sort of.
Hold on, I'm calling thing as well, fam. Spencer's just dropping too many gems, fam.
Yeah, for real. This elbow injury. Remember Tyson Fury set up this elbow, the surgery after the last fight?
The fight is taking place in June. It's not taking place.
But how comes he had the surgery that he said he was going to have?
Someone said injured belly. Spence ain't answering. Spence, how are you not going to answer about?
Hey, hold on, though. What do you man think? I've seen a lot of people talking about how AJ's physique, because he posted a picture of himself in the gym. He don't look like the AJ I remember still.
Yeah, like it's not about cuts and all that. Like he's just trying to be heavy.
But to be honest, he's looked like that before. Remember, he looked like that against Takam. He looked like that against Parker. So what I do think, he's cut out weights. They said he's not even weight training at the moment. He's doing everything like proper road work, sledgehammers and axes, and just doing natural old school stuff. And his body is he's just building like raw muscle rather than lean muscle. That's just what they said.
Hopefully it turns
and the thing is, that will actually work better for him, because the more body fat he's got, the easier he'll be able to convert that into energy. So rather than trying to get energy from the lean muscle. So yeah, he should have more energy and fights. So cool. But no, actually real quick. So yeah, like when we look at all of the quote unquote scenarios that happen, I can maybe see how you then might be frustrated and let those frustrations come out. Now, to be fair, he hasn't gone the route with Buatsi the way he went with Okoli, but Buatsi ain't badmouthed and trashed him the way that Okoli did with the whole Django tweets and all that. Like, we got kind of be real on that. So after a while, there's only so much you're gonna take before you do kind of, have a bit of a response back, whether we agree with it or not. But yeah, obviously, if a man is leaving, you might say, I wish him well, but you're not exactly you don't want to paint this picture of him, because
you guys are the ops.
Yeah.
But he didn't need to bring out that thing with saying that. I get it. Like that Bible thing, he knew that, and he only gave us the information now he knows he's getting.
But yeah, wait, hold on. KG would have said that anyway, because remember last time he said he was disappointed about the Vlasov thing. He was still in contract with that. And the only reason that actually then became something different was because he then fought Craig. But even then, he was like, "It's time to go." Like, he's had these times off, and he's maybe taking his holidays when he shouldn't have. But we got to go with it. We got to go now. He's got to go. That's why he's with Virgil. He's been saying this for a while. Now the frustration is just there. Like, all right, you've done all of it.
I think it's all been crumbling. I think it's all been crumbling.
But it's like I said, he doesn't have the same relationship with the governing bodies that other men do. So for him to get you into these positions, then you don't take him. He doesn't get the same opportunities that Frank does and PBC and them, and that's what I'm saying. So I feel that's why he's frustrated, because he doesn't have the maneuverability the same way, even though he's probably got the money behind him. But them man have got the relationships.
That's a fair assessment still. That's fair.
All right. Well, listen, I'll be paying attention. I can't wait to see if that thing happens on Wednesday. If Spencer really dropped us with the raw announcement, you don't know what to do. Tune in tomorrow.
Hey, but hold on though, family. What are you saying? So if I decide that I'm going to leave the undefeated pod and I'm going to go join the Fighters Right, you wishing me well, hoping I get, hoping that I bring the same magic over that side.
What I say? I hope you bring the same magic. Wait,
bring the same magic over there. You say you're going to root for me to go over there and succeed. It's me, Ton, and Spence. From now on, it's just you over here. That's
and you know what? I'll be mad. You know, I'll be triggered from as soon as I hear "Dream It, Believe It." Yeah, I'm triggered. Hey, Spence. Spence.
What's going on, bro?
What's going on? Listen, Spence, you can't drop exclusives like that and just think that we're not calling you back. And you say, but then you mentioned the elbow, and I'm like, nah, now I've got to speak to you. Spence, you're live on the show. It's Monday Night Smoke.
Yeah, big up everyone. I'm in my bed, bro. I was listening to the show on my headphones.
We say you got the pajamas on now, Spence.
Chill, Travis, man. Let him just talk about his life, man.
Yeah, I gotta be quiet for my missus starts clapping me up in his ass. She's watching Love Island, bro.
I hear it. It's the final tonight as well.
Listen, talk to us. Wait, you think you're saying boxer? That's the move.
All right, watch and see. Wednesday's round the corner. Watch and see. Buatsi's gone. He's gone to boxer. They've come up with the most money. You were seeing Buatsi being sat down at Frank Warren shows and all the rest of it. He's gone. He's making a very, very educated move by saying, "Let me go over to boxer because they got Sky TV right now." The zone's content on fights is really good. But he's saying, like, that's not going to give me the eyeballs for me to go around going. And remember, it was me that hooked him up with Virgil Hunter. So he's not staying. He's like, I'm gone. So he's banning up fire on everything. He's banning up fire on Eddie Hearn. He's banning up fire on 258 because he's sitting down saying, why should anybody take 25% out of me? He said, you're having a laugh. So that is it, basically.
Oh.
Right. But then
he put the 2-foot tackle on 258 as well, you know.
That's a tackle. No, but then do you think that Eddie Hearn in the breakdown of this is handling, because mentioning that he turned down the Bivol fight, he didn't, there's a reason why he chose to offer out that information.
No, the reason why, because he knows that he's gone. He's thinking, well, to hell with this. Come on, let's be real. You know how it goes. You know what I mean? Have you ever noticed when a man broke up with a girl, he's never got nothing good to say about her? Right. It's the same thing as Travis said. I mean, Travis said earlier. It's never a good thing. So these things are this is boxing. Bottom line, but there's some more juice that's gonna come out. I'm gonna drop you some real juice next week. There's way more juice. There's way more juice. But everyone's following suit. So we're seeing now is like boxers are going out and trying to take control. I see certain things when it comes to Joshua Buatsi, where we could be a little bit upset with him to say, no, we wish you'd have fought more. We wish you'd have done this and that. And you've got to remember, he boxed in the 2016 Olympics, and within that time, we've seen Joe Cordina become a world champion. We've seen Lawrence Okolie become a world champion, and the one who had everybody had all the lights on to say what he was going to go and do was actually Joshua Buatsi. And
no,
wife in the back of the head.
Phone him back. Phone him back.
No,
he got the back of the head clap.
I'm busy. Phone me back.
He's calling you. He's calling you. She probably said, "Go outside."
Bro, I've never had a cliffhanger like that. Hold on. Yeah.
Okay.
Go on.
Yeah, sorry, my apologies there. I don't know what happened there. This cough. Just going through my headphones.
Someone said the wife said, "Stop this, stop."
Hey, let him learn, bro.
Sorry, that was too funny. No, I had to read it.
Go on, Spence.
God.
Yeah. Now she actually did, you know. She said, "Look, come out of the room if you're gonna talk, man. I'm trying to watch my damn shit." They're not lying. It's the truth.
That's dark.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Yeah. I said, "Come on, man." Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, because you did a
So,
raw boxing discussion. Yeah, go on. Sorry, the floor's yours.
Yeah. So she gets bored of that. Oh, what are you talking about again? Oh my goodness gracious. So yeah. So I would say like with Joshua Buatsi, he is a very, very good talent. I mean, we spoke about this yesterday about him moving on the fights, right? About him going to boxer. But you know, we're not going to get too much into that. But now it's on you lot, I can talk about it a little bit more. So that's where he's going to, and that's the announcement. Why would they check this one out? Why would Big Boxer, Sky TV, take it onto their time to say that they're coming to Croydon Box Park? Isn't Joshua Buatsi just down the road from there? Why are they coming? Why are they coming there? Is it because there's that burger joint? I've forgotten the name of this burger place. Some wicked little burger joint inside Box Park. No, they're not going to there. They're coming because this is the Joshua Buatsi announcement. And you know what? Fair play to Joshua Buatsi on certain things where he's turned around. He said, "Listen, he's got his manager's license now. He's saying any young boxer that wants to turn professional, I'm not going to take one penny from you. Put me down as your manager."
Oh.
Right, that's Joshua Buatsi. So I got time of day for Josh, and like we're thinking about it, and it is going to be like the Dan Aziz move for them. But we got props. Dan Aziz a fantastic win on the weekend because Dan Aziz has done it authentic.
Yeah, proper.
Right, that's what he's done. He's done it authentic, right? And if we look at like the great champions, Lloyd Hunnigan did the same thing, 86 to 87. 85 to 87. He picked up all the crowns, all the brownies from Southern area to British, to Commonwealth, to European. I mean, knocks out a guy called Gianfranco Rossi, and then goes on a fight Donald Curry in September of 1986. That's mad, right? In those days, the English title weren't around. The English title came in late, early 2000s. The English title came about, right? So now we're seeing someone like Dan Aziz, who
do you think
people didn't believe.
Do you think that they will fight though? Do you think Dan Aziz? You think they're gonna set up that one? As in Buatsi, because this time Buatsi, you're looking at him as your main light heavy, surely.
Yeah, but the thing about it is this, right? And like Dan was on our show yesterday. I would say like if them two are bridges, right? And Mark who works with Dan Aziz, but Mark has properly Gillespie. Mark Gillespie, he's been properly Joshua Buatsi's man. So they're in the camp. So there'd have to be a lot of money put down on the table for Joshua.
That's what Dan was alluding to. That's what I was alluding to. Make the money right, we'll fight each other.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what we said on the show yesterday. He said, like, if the money's right, then yeah, cool, let's go do it. But what I'm saying is this: it's like if Bivol is allegedly meant to go and box Canelo again after, and this is no disrespect to John Ryder because he's my guy, because he's meant to fight. John Ryder is meant to be up against Canelo in May.
Old type John Ryder, fam.
Right, big up John Ryder, that's a proper guy, man. He was at the Creek thing as well.
Yeah, hold tight to him.
He was at the Creek thing as well.
Hold tight, John Ryder, bro.
Oh, you understand what I say when I say hold tight?
Yo, John Ryder, we saw what happened against Callum Smith, fam. We saw that. We all saw that.
Hold tight, fam. Big up,
he got bumped. He got bumped in that fight, right? So John Ryder fights Canelo. Then Bivol was meant to drop down to super middleweight to fight Canelo. And if he dropped down to fight Canelo, his title will become vacant. So if his title becomes vacant, then Dan Aziz getting a high ranking now because he's European champion. So it's an automatic straight top 10, but he's already in the top 10, so he's going to be top 5 now. So Dan Aziz will be top 5, and Joshua Buatsi has won an intercontinental WBA title in the past. I don't know if he still holds that title, but then maybe they could steer them to go and fight for a world title, and that would be worth it.
For a vacant? So them two for a vacant is what you're saying?
For a vacant crown. Yeah, for a vacant crown later on in the year. But for them two to just jump and say, "Oh, let you two go fight right now," that makes no sense whatsoever. You know what I mean? In my mind, it don't make no sense.
Last thing, let me ask you.
Economical sense, then go for it.
last thing I need to ask you about this Fury. You're saying the elbow thing. I think that's just rollout. I'm not trying to hear no Fury's my elbow sighting.
Listen. I'm hearing from good sources that, but you know, Fury's a proper traveler. Like, you know, busy. He'll fight you with a mashup arm. But I'm hearing that he's got this. I'm just hearing that Fury's got.
But we're not seeing I'm not gonna lie to you. We're not seeing that fighting man energy. We're not seeing that traveling energy when it comes to signing this contract. I'll be real with you. 70-30. As soon as you hit 70-30, take the thing, man. Take the deal. Now you put a new thing there. No rematch clause. Then there's gonna be another thing as well. There will be another thing. I can't put it past Fury to put another stumbling block as to why we can't make this fight happen.
Well, I'm saying this, look on the Otto Wallen fight, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Otto Wallen, even though that was a subpar Tyson Fury, but Otto Wallen, same thing, southpaw, sneaky guy, short guy. Tyson Fury struggles with those little guys who can box. You don't believe me? Ask Kevin Cunningham when he dropped him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, what am I sorry, Kevin Cunningham.
So what are you saying? You think he's worried about him then? Is that what you're alluding to? You think he's worried about Usyk?
I think because that fight will be a boxing match. Because you ain't gonna see Tyson Fury just run out to try and bang somebody out. Because you've never seen Tyson Fury run out to try and bang you out. I think it'll be a difficult and an interesting fight for Tyson Fury simply because of the IQ that Usyk brings.
Yeah, Usyk possesses.
Right. He's not a mug. Let's just be real. He's not. Let me tell you this. A man who could stand there with, and I'm just saying, like, when we're talking about strength, like proper, like pounds of jam from back in the day, what they used to eat, like what Cage used to have and lick his 5 fingers, right? That kind of strength, and Joshua possessed, and he was able to stand with you and then maneuver you out of position to hit you with shots. It's going to be a total proposition because Tyson Fury is so big. But when you think about it, you know what I mean?
Hey,
Tyson Fury,
you know what though?
Jerky thing with.
Just to say, like, Wallen, I just looked at his height now. His height, bro, he's 6'6", you know? Otto Wallen ain't really the small.
But he looked like the smaller man in that one. You understand what he's saying? Compared to things.
I see Otto Wallen because I see Otto Wallen every day because when I was in camp with as well, Otto Wallen was sparring with Derek, right?
Yeah.
And when I'm saying that, it's not like in comparison of today's heavyweights, he's not a big heavyweight. Even though he's tall, but he's not big. It's not like he's not. Even though he's 6'6", he's not an imposing figure. Like, you don't look on Otto Wallen and think, rotted.
You could tell that you could see the height differential between him and Fury in that fight for sure. You know, and Fury, he did pose a few questions, and Usyk's gonna pose some good questions as well. I just wanted to sign the contract. I just don't see it happening. I don't think this fight is next. I think them men are gonna fight different people.
Well, the thing about it is this, right? I'm telling you now, the fight was meant to be like. Even Fury said it was meant to be for Daniel Dubois to get a shot at Usyk, right? That was what was going to happen. I was trying to say, are you healed up from your injury? Is that for okay? He was going to go get the shot because they were saying like we're not sure about this fight happening, and unfortunately, it seems like the fingers are being pointed to it's like Tyson Fury don't want it because when we're looking on pay-per-views, as much as we say like Usyk ain't the big star like Tyson Fury, but Usyk has outnumbered when it comes to pay-per-view wise than what Tyson Fury's done.
Yeah, because he's like okay, but how much? All right, how much credit? How much credit?
The AJ
was
was selling him because AJ.
Yeah, because it's AJ, but Tony Bellew as well.
Hold up. He done more numbers in the Derek Chisora fight than what Tyson Fury done in the UK.
We're not leaving, man.
That's mad.
Wait, hold on. Let me quickly. Danny is here as well. Danny, what's good?
Yeah, about that Fury thing. My take on it is what I've noticed is that Fury tends to have actual trouble with guys who are 6'3", because he's been dropped by Nevin Pajic, who was 6'3", Steve Cunningham, who was 6'3", and Usyk is another 6'3" boxer. So when they throw that overhand, they tend to drop him.
I don't know if Usyk has got that overhand dropping Fury power though.
You don't need to be a power puncher to drop Fury. Apart from Wilder, everyone who's dropped him has not been a power puncher.
Yeah. I remember the first Billy man that dropped him on Channel 5.
Nevin Pajic.
Nevin. That Nevin man, he was a bum.
No, you can't just call someone a bum casually like that.
No, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So, and what it is, Fury likes people to come to him because normally he's fleet-footed, whereas he's going to have to look for Usyk, and that's why I think it unnerves him that he's going to have to fight different to how he normally does, where he knows with someone like Wilder's going to be coming to him, someone like AJ coming to him. Usyk is not going to be coming to him, so Fury's going to end up having to make the fight.
I just think, here you go, Warren. Let me read this last one. Let's end the show, man. Warren is saying that the fight is moving forward. I just dropped on the boxing scene. Okay, cool. It just dropped on the boxing scene. Cool. Listen, guys, it's about that time. I don't know. This was a This was a long episode. Big up Spencer for the. Let's see what happens on Wednesday. Big up. Yeah, everyone knows he came with the raw knowledge. We'll see if it drops on Wednesday. Big up those Spence. And then hold on, let me Danny, man, sorry, last minute we brought you in here, but he said let me get in, so we have to see you again. Dan Aziz, he did say your guy a few times. He did say Craig still. He mentioned Craig a few times, at least 4 or 5.
What's the energy on that side in regards to Dan Aziz and Craig?
No, he done very well. And he seems to be calling out everybody, to be fair. He's the only guy who I've seen calling everyone. I saw him he made a big statement calling out Anthony Yard last week. Joshua Buatsi's called him out. He's welcomed it. He's been saying remember when he was beating Jose Alberto, he was like, let's all mix it up. So he's the one
he's been saying it from the beginning.
Yeah, so Buatsi's calling his name. Let's not act like, oh, Dan, what are you gonna do? He's been saying these man's names anyway.
Yeah, I hear that, but he mentioned Craig, and also you're a Craig guy. Just wanted to we're all Craig guys here, but I just want to see what you're saying.
What's the temperature on that?
My picture is when they're ready to fight, they'll fight.
Okay.
When they're ready to fight, they'll fight. Craig's a man who's been through the domestic gauntlet, so let's not act like that. This is some. Yeah, Craig.
Craig. We got Craig to us. We know he's on it. I just didn't see.
We know, bro.
You know, man. You know. And Travis, just know that. Remember, it's Dan Aziz and Craig who show love to this pod.
He's talking because when we mentioned like how you got Yard like my dog, and we've never seen your dog on this channel. It's cool, bro. It's cool. Big up, though.
If you man need to bounce, cool. But I don't mind ending the show. But I feel like we do owe Josh at least 2 minutes.
Oh no, Josh has been sitting there for a minute still. Very true.
Wait, Josh wanted to fight you last week as well.
Yeah. But forget about that. We've got to talk about important boxing stuff.
I said forget about
Yeah. I knew that wouldn't end well. But I mean, Travis said no anyway.
Bro.
What did he say? Travis said what?
I said you got to focus on your light situation, bro.
Yeah, you did say that. And university.
You got to prioritize life stages that you're at, bro. Calling someone out like me, that's insane for you, bro. I just think just focus on the things that's in front of you right now. And
yeah, I appreciate it.
He fixed his lights, though. He did fix his lights. So
he did. He's taking note, bro. I can really respect that.
Yeah. Anyway, it's something about Fury. It's another contradiction, like from Fury. He's obviously a massive mental health advocate and all that. I know Usyk won't give a fuck about this, but he calls him a gappy-toothed, ugly rabbit. I don't know. I think it's a contradiction. What has that crossed through your mind? Yeah,
bro. That's just added to the list of contradictions from Tyson Fury, fam. Like Tyson Fury is the same guy that says he doesn't care about money. He's made enough money. After a certain point, you can't take it with you. He's donated money to all these charities. It's like
he best donate 1 mil to Ukraine.
He won't. Absolutely not.
Yeah,
100% won't.
But that's trashy.
I don't know about him, man. Again, it's looking a bit mad. Where are you now with Fury?
Wait, would you say you were a Fury fan before?
No, I like him, but no. Well, I mean, no. At the moment, I've lost a little bit of respect with how difficult it's been with the negotiations. But KG, do you mean do I think the fight's going to happen? I think it's got to.
It's not.
Maybe.
It's got to be next. I don't know. Frank Warren, Fish Eyes, he said on think he said to TalkSport, the fight's definitely going to happen. So, gun to the head, I think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's happening April 29th. I think it's happening. There's a lot of talk about June, and I don't think that's just come out of nowhere.
Frank's confident about it happening.
What's going on? Spence, what's going on? We're still live, bro.
Oh, ciao, later, man.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm trying to get off. Yeah, I hate you. He's got. Hey, Spence has got information for me. I need that. Josh, you gotta wrap this one up, fam.
Yeah, nothing much else to say, but you guys haven't spoken about Ryan Garcia and Tank yet. I've not heard you guys speak about that.
Oh,
yeah.
Don't worry, we're gonna get to that on the pod. We're gonna get to that on the pod. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Josh, big up.
Yes.
Hopefully, you get that fight with Travis at one point in your life, but again, you still gotta do more on the
once you get to the life southern area, then we can
you'll just be able to. But till then, it is what it is. See you lot later.
Bro, wait, hold on. What are you saying though? You're not gonna be happy if I join the Fight Is Right? Me, Spencer Anton.
How's the intro go?